welcome to another episode of Sports and Discourse with your host, Derek Stevenson. And on today's episode, I want to actually talk about my guy, Ugonna Onyenso. And, I was struggling with homie's last name, but I think I got it right now, right? Ugonna Onyenso. So, anyways, man, I'm actually really impressed with dude so far. I feel like he's going to potentially end up being a bright spot for us. I really actually didn't know what we was going to get out of him. To be honest with you, with everybody coming back, we had Sheboy, we got Collins, we got Ware, we had Toppin. So to be honest with you, I didn't really think he was going to be playing much right off the bat. I thought this was going to be the learning experience time for him. I kind of actually thought what a dude Thero was kind of going through is what Onyenso would be going through initially. They both kind of came in and their positions was just already so stacked. So I kind of thought they would both just be practicing, trying to get ready, and hopefully could contribute more in the next season. But honestly, Onyenso looked like he could potentially even maybe start eating up some of Ware's minutes, if you ask me. Because honestly, I just think he just gets more done than Ware does. Obviously, when Oscar Sheboy comes back, both of their minutes are going to go down some, which is understandable, obviously, because Oscar's going to be playing probably 30 minutes a game. Depending on if he gets in foul trouble or not, he's going to probably be playing 30, 32 minutes a game, which you need the returning player of the year to be out there. So I didn't really think they both was going to be getting a whole lot of minutes, but I did actually think Ware would have a little bit of an edge. But Onyenso he just know how to go and get them shot blocks. He knows how to disturb people around the basket. He actually has more confidence offensively than I thought he was going to have right off the bat, to be honest with you. Most freshmen that come in, he's a little skinny, he looks a little raw offensively. He's not really polished up yet, but he goes for it, honestly. They feed him the rock in the post sometimes, and he's making one-on-one moves to try to score on his man. He's shooting the jumper when he catches the ball. So I kind of just like his confidence, to be honest with you. I didn't think he would be this confident initially. Most guys, they don't feel confident enough taking shots right off the bat unless they're starting or, they're some McDonald's All-American and they fit into the rotation. Most guys, you coming in situations like Onyenso is, you're not even trying to take shots. You just trying to play hard on D and hope the coach give you a little bit more playing time than you anticipated. But he actually is out there trying to make stuff happen. And I don't necessarily think, he's better than Ware overall, but I think he might, at this point, he's just a little bit more active and he work a little bit harder, it seems like. And I'm not trying to knock Ware, but it just seems like he's just got a knack to finding his way to the ball. He's going to just disturb shots. He actually has really good patience, to be honest with you. And it's kind of shocking for him to be so young. He just has a real good instinct about when to stay planted, and then he lets the defender, or he lets the offensive player get all the way into his shot, and then he reacts and he jumps up and he's blocking shots, or he's at least altering a lot of shots. So he actually has really good defensive instincts. And I know that whenever, I was looking at him, whenever I was trying to scout him a little bit before he actually committed to Kentucky, I have been seeing elite defender. That's just basically, what everybody was saying. They were saying he's really raw offensively. Look like it might take him a few years for him to get some offensive game, but he's going to be an elite defender right off the bat. And, like I said, we got to wait and see when he gets to the SEC and he's playing against bigger, more physical guys. But right now, he still look good, though. Playing against Duquesne was a little bit of a step up for a challenge. Those guys they actually had some alright players, and they play really good team defense. So that was actually a pretty good challenge for the Cats. And I liked what I seen out of them. They shooting the ball well. They playing really hard on defense. And actually, I got to give it up to Severe Wheeler. He's not a great shooter, so it's kind of making everybody feel like he don't really need to be out there, especially with Casey Wallace performing the way he has so far. He looked really steady. But there was moments in that game, to me, where it looked like Duquesne's defense, especially, they just was so aggressive, and it looked like you really needed Wheeler out there because you just need an experienced point guard that's fast, that can just get the ball up the court. So as much as everybody, likes to feel like or likes to say that they have a better team without Wheeler, they are going to definitely need Wheeler because there's just going to be times like, against Duquesne where they're going to just need somebody that's sure about getting the ball up the court that can get the rest of the team in the offense. Yes, Willard is not going to shoot well, but hopefully Cal has enough options where even if he has Wheeler out there, he's going to have other guys that can shoot a little bit better. When you might have to have Wheeler and Casey Wallace play some together. You might have to have Reeves and Frederick out there with him so that even though he's not a great outside shooter, he's got some guys he can dish it off to that's going to be able to make some shots. And hopefully some of the bigs will shoot good. Collins, when he comes back, hopefully he'll shoot the jumper well. We got to get Sheway shooting the jumper. If he wants to take his game to the next level, we know he's got to start making some jump shots. Toppin, hopefully, Toppin obviously shows that, when he gets hot, he can shoot the ball pretty decent. Chris Livingston seems like he can shoot the ball pretty decent when he's open. So hopefully Wheeler will have enough guys that he can actually, dish it off to and run the offense and get open looks that we're going to be shooting the ball well. And they have said that Coach Calipari is saying that he wants Kentucky to shoot 25 threes a game. And when you got guys like Reeves and Frederick out there, I'm for it, man, because those guys are like automatic weapons, man. They just pretty much, when those guys are open, it's a very high percentage chance that they are going to hit their long-range jumpers. And even some of the times, they seem like they might even be able to take some that's contested, or Reeves even can take some off of the dribble, and they going to probably just shoot well. Like, I can just see it. Them two boys are going to be lighting it up. I feel like they both going to be able to shoot in the 40s, and, Frederick might even shoot a little higher than that. His career average is like 46, and seemed like he shouldn't have no problem with, getting somewhere around that this year. It might be a little bit lower. He might take a little bit more shots. So it might be a little bit lower, but overall, man, both of them boys is looking like they're going to be automatic buckets out there. So I actually was really impressed. The schedule's about to step up. We about to start getting challenged a little more. We'll see what happens, but I don't want to rush Sheway back, but I feel like I don't want the team to develop too much chemistry without him, and then he come back and they playing better competition, and then they got to figure out how to play with him. I'd rather for him to get in there and get some minutes with these guys so that, they can start to get a feel for what the team is actually going to look like. How they're going to flow with each other, how the offense is going to go, what kind of defensive team they're going to be with him out there. So I actually hope that he plays against Michigan State. Maybe they might not necessarily need him, but if they don't use him against Michigan State, then they're going to have to, probably going to have to use him against Gonzaga. So, things about to heat up, but I'm actually excited. I feel good about the team. I love that we actually got some shooters this year. we got a lot of options, man. We can go small ball. We could go big and athletic. We could go defense. We could, put in a faster pace offense. I think we got so many options. I think they even tried a little press on defense, and most of Cal's teams you won't hardly ever see a press. It's mostly just straight man-to-man NBA defense. So Cal's actually got some stuff he can go to, man. So I can't wait to see what happens. I'm getting excited. I can't really talk about football right now, man. The football team is just they going through some struggles, man. And I'm not gonna knock them, but the offense is just not really able to move the ball. The kicking game is letting us down. They just playing bad. They to lose to Vandy at home. I know it was cold out there. It was like 30 degrees or something. Might have been 36 degrees, so you pretty much freezing. I get it. But I just wish that they wouldn't have dropped the one to Vandy because they got Georgia coming up. So hopefully they can try to at least get Louisville. If they lose to Louisville, that'd be super disappointing. But anyways, I don't want to, harp too much on the football team, man. I'm just going to pray for them boys and all the BBN fans out there. Pray for the football team. Pray for the offensive coordinator to start doing a better job. And hopefully we can try to salvage the rest of the season. Do the best we can against Georgia. Hopefully we could, pray for an upset. Doubt it'll happen, but it ain't going to hurt to try. But anyways, we'll get back at it next time. Sports and Discourse with Derek Stevenson.